Do you know one time I paid a couple, this is years ago, I paid to watch them have sex. It was like one of those no touching. You couldn't even be on the bed with them. You had to like sit in a chair.
Is this something they did, or you just approached a...
No, they were a married couple, and they did it. I don't even remember where I found it. I think it was before my Craigslist days. They were just a married couple, and they said we put on shows. And I watched them, and it was hot. Because like watching a porno 3 feet away from you. It really was. It was
3D. This is great.
Did they sit there with popcorn? Did you have little snacks?
It didn't go unbuttered. It was really sexy to watch, but it was just depressing though, because as I'm watching them, all I kept thinking of is my girlfriend. This might be 5 years ago. It might be 5 years ago I did this. With the girl I was dating at the time, I kept thinking, if this guy was with her instead of his wife, I'm finished. Like, it depressed me. It turned me on, ecstasy in her face.
Wow.
But it depressed me because they were a married couple.
Why, he was doing it well?
Dude, and with a lot more than I had. It was embarrassing. It was like watching me if I was a man. And I'm like, I cannot compete with this. Like, if this guy was with my girl, I could just picture the look of love and ecstasy in her face while I sat there. Like, I could never really be a cuckold. I could never do it. I would just be depressed and unturned on.
They would get done and look over, and you'd have killed yourself.
I'd just be weeping
in the corner.
softly. I'd be weeping softly, like collapsing in my fat stomach, nudity, not functioning sexually, just depressed. I would kill the vibe immediately.
Like, I don't know. Wow, that's so weird.
I don't get it.
So you're in a hotel room?
Yes.
And all of a sudden, like, what? They go, all right, you could just get naked now? And
the way it happened was, and
like, walk us through it. Like, I'm always thinking about, that's kind of... Like, just how does it develop?
It was in L.A. I remember that much. And usually L.A. I would never do stuff in because the girls were awful there. Any type of situation you had in L.A., there was a problem. So I never dated.
Really?
Like, no, I just didn't. Always bad. For some reason, this ad, I remember, got me. Like, they just seemed like real people. And I emailed, and I actually got a phone number, and I called, and it was the girl. So I knew it was like, all right, well, this is more legit. And she's like, yeah, we're married, blah, 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 and this is what we do. And she's like, no touching, it's watch only, or whatever the hell she said. So I'm like, all right. So they came over, and literally, I was sitting in my room, and I had the lights kind of dim, because I was hoping, like, well, maybe, she was kind of nice on the phone. You never know.
You never know.
But as soon as I got there, she's like, all right, we got to turn the lights on a little bit so we could, I'm like, all right, so it is watch only. So she's like, you can sit there. She pointed that there was a chair at the desk. So I pulled it up to the edge of the bed. I didn't want to just stand there. It was just too creepy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're a little too close.
No, I didn't get that. They were fine. And they started kissing, and literally, it was that fast. And then she said to me, and this is what made me so crazy, she gave me a list of options as far as where the finality could occur.
Oh, okay.
Where the finale could occur.
Right.
You got a menu?
Basically, just for the finale.
That's good for the grand finale.
Yeah.
Could be here.
Yeah, we could
whatever.
It's like I'm in the mood.
There.
I'm in the mood for, but
you could see it. Maybe if you don't want to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
I'm in the mood for this, but I am on a diet.
I chose my option. Yeah. I said that's what I'd like to see, but remember, sweetie, keep your eyes closed. And so it was kind of hot watching it.
Interactive porn. That's
not interactive.
Kind of cool.
You could direct it if you wanted to. And I didn't really want to look at his stupid face. It was just kind of because it was too real. There's another guy there. I can never function with a guy.
Yeah, but if you're not looking at his face, you're looking at something else.
It's about.
I'll look at the face.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Jimmy.
Here's what they were doing. The hottest part was there was one part where I'm looking at his stupid feet and her face at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And the way she kept looking at me, it was almost like this was the sexy part for me. They were married. She was never, believe me, she would have, if she tried to sleep with me, I would have been like, are you a dope? Look what you're married to. You're retarded. But it was the fact that I felt she was doing something behind his back by looking at me like that. And that was the major part of the turn on, that little sneakiness, that moment of sneakiness.
How much extra did you pay for that?
No, but it was only a look.
Because they figured that out a long time ago.
Yeah, right.
Look, if I give the look to the guy, we're going to get a nice tip here.
But that's all it was. It was sexy watching what she was doing at the moment. But it was really hot, like the little look she would give me while she was doing it. I'm like, oh.
So what'd that run you?
$150?
in that area. I don't even remember exactly.
Yeah.
I think I tipped him a little bit.
I really meant $1.50 in this case. I know $1.50 also means $150.
No, I mean, it was $150, $200. I don't actually remember.
Yeah.
But it was one of the hotter things I've seen. But I did get depressed because I was thinking of the girl I was dating just hooking up with this guy, and it was bumming me out. I was like, ugh. I could just picture her face and how humiliated I'd be sitting there. I don't know how you do it. How you bring home a guy who's better in bed than you and watch him show your girl what she's missing.
That's a whole nother breed of
that's a whole nother
guy.
world.
If my girlfriend now wants to swing, I'm going to say no guys under 250. Only fat men who sweat a lot.
Hey, we missed a great line. Stephen S. from Bayshore doing a little mop-up on that last bit, Barbie Cummings. So she got the ticket, but she said that he got rid of the ticket, so she got a ticket for something. And Stephen writes, the only reason she got so upset is that the cop also ticketed her for spitting.
Speeding. It was speeding. He spelled that wrong.
No, whatever. All right, why don't we take a break?
Yes.
It's